Hello, welcome back to the Mobile Motorbike Mechanic channel. I'm Steve. Today, a little bit different. We're been rained off with the storm coming in. So what we've decided to do is come and service the R1200 GS. So we're going to be doing 2, maybe 3 videos on this one, running over a full service, oil and filter change, and we're also going to be servicing the rear diff and the drive shaft on this one. So yeah, we may as well crack on with it. Right, first things first, we're going to be doing the oil and filter change on this one. So what I want to do is I'll get it up on its centre stand and we can warm the bike up and then drop the oil on it. Right, so a lot of people struggle getting bikes on centre stands, and this is the technique I was taught years ago. So what you do is you get the bike upright, get the centre stand in place, and then just make sure you're actually on both halves of the centre stand, and then you simply just put all your weight on the centre stand. You don't pull with the bike, pull it up or anything like that, and the bike will go straight up. I'm not exactly a fat bloke, but 9 times out of 10 that will go straight up like that. Make sure it's nice and level, put all your weight on it, and like I say, you're not pulling the bike up onto the centre stand or anything like that. Right, anyway, now it's on the centre stand, we can get it warmed up. Right, so bike started, we'll just let it warm up and then we can do the oil and filter on it. Right, now the engine's nice and warm, we need to get this sump plate off. So it's just 4 fasteners underneath. You just need to undo them. Right, so with the sump guard gone, we can now get to the sump plug, which is just here. There we are. Let's get the little ratchet in. Yeah, that's coming undone. Cool, right. Let's grab a drip tray. Excuse you. That is really hot oil. In case you're wondering, for the sump plug, it is actually an 8mm Allen key on this one. Get a replacement sump plug washer on this one. They are a little bit unusual because they're quite thin washers on these BMs. You do carry replacements, so there we go. Yeah, that one's not going to fit. Yeah, so there's that one. There we are, that's the one. Lovely job. Right, so that one in the bin, we've got a brand new one on that. Okay, so to get to this oil filter, they are a particular pain in the backside. So what we'd normally use is an oil filter removal tool, but for some reason, I don't know why, that one, it's the right size, but it's the wrong sort of shape, so it won't fit. I don't want to go smacking that onto the oil filter and then having a problem with it. So what we're going to use is we're going to use like a band oil filter removal tool instead. So to get this into place is a bit of a beggar, but you've got to just slide it up the side of the oil filter like so, and then roll it into place. And there he is. So we can get our ratchet onto that and get this oil filter removed. All whilst trying not to get yourself burnt. Luckily, because we've waited a little while for the engine oil to drop. The exhaust's cooled down. Right, let's see if we can get this one off. Come on, you bugger. Nope. Right, go again. This is the importance of having the right tool for the job. Unfortunately, we haven't got it today, so never mind. Come on. There we go, that's got it moving. Once you've got it moving, it's normally quite easy to spin them off. That's it. As you can see, it's starting to drip oil, which means it's loose. Right, horrible part of the job coming up. Nothing for it but to stick your hand on it and spin it off, which means you're going to get oil dripping down your arm. There we go. There we go, that's got it. Yuck. Bloody things. Right folks, so it's been a little bit of a little time, and as you can see it's stopped dripping, so we'll get brand new HF164 oil filter onto it. We'll get the sump plug refitted and then we can start getting oil into it. Right, we're just going to clean inside this area where the oil filter sits before we refit the new oil filter, and we're also just checking up under here to make sure this area here is, there isn't the other part, make sure there isn't a seal sitting on here out of the old oil filter, because you don't want a seal on a seal. So, with that area all nice and clean, which it is now, we can get the new oil filter. So, brand new oil filter, make sure the seal is greased, which it is. They come pre-greased on these now, and we can spin that one on. So, line it up, spin him on. So you want to spin it on until he touches about there, and then you want to note the number on the side, so that's number 6, and so we'll spin it one full turn back to number 6, or as tight as we can get it by hand. Done. And with the sump plug back on, we can get the sump plate. Oh, sorry. With the sump plug back in, we can get the sump plate back on. It's just a question of lining it up and sticking the bolts in. Oops. Right, with all that back together again, we can get on and fill the oil up. So you need a special key for BMWs, don't know why, but you do. So pop the key in, hello, to undo the oil filler cap. Makes life easier. There we are, and notice the rubber seal there. get him out. Right, and then 20 watt 50. That's what I use, because that's what it says in the manual to use. I have known these bikes to run on 1040, but I use 2050. Feel free to put in the comments which oil you prefer running in your BM. Right, so we put 3.5 litres in, so we can pop the O-ring back in now, and we can pop the cap back on again. Now 3.5 litres, if you have a look on the sight glass, so 3.5 litres gets you right up on the sight glass. Now what you want ideally is the level of the oil to be touching the top of that red ring around the outside of that. So we're a little bit over full, but that's okay, because we need to fill the oil filter up and everything. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll start the bike up, run it for a few seconds, get all the oil swirling around and fill the oil filter up. Whoop. And then yeah, then we'll come back and see where the oil level sits. Right, so having run the bike for a couple of seconds, you can see all the oil's gone out of the sight glass. So what we'll do is we'll wait now and wait for it to settle back down again, and we'll see what the oil level in the bike is. Right, so it's been a couple of minutes, and as we can see, there's still nothing in the sight glass at all. So we need to pop some more oil in, which is to be expected. So we've got a little bit left in the can, which is good. Ooh. Pop that O-ring out of the way. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Oh, yes, I am, bastard. Right, let's chuck some more oil in. Let's just stop there and have a look at the sight glass and see where we're at. Obviously, it's got to run down through the engine to get in. Oh, there it is, just appearing now. Yep, so like I say, it's just there on the bottom of the sight glass, and we want it just about touching the red ring at the top there. So we've got a little ways to go. Right, and there we go, folks. We are very, very, very near to that red line. So as the oil settles through the engine, that will fill up and be absolutely spot on. So I'm happy with that. We are full of oil. Okay. Oops. There we are. Right, so bang on 4 litres has gone into that bike, and we, as you saw, we were just slightly short of the red line on the sight glass, but that's absolutely fine. So 4 litres of that, that's done. So what we need to do now is just go for a start, run the bike for a short period of time and check for any leaks. So we're just going to come down the bottom and have a look around the oil filter and around the sump plug. Just make sure there's nothing dripping down there. Nothing there. So we're happy, we've got oil, we're good. Okay folks, so that's the oil and filter changed on this one. Nice and reasonably simple job that anybody can do. We'll be coming back in part 2 to do the spark plugs and the air filter. So remember to like, comment and subscribe if you want to see that video. And we'll see you again in a week's time.